Hey party people, this is Blake from the Sticky Buttons podcast, and I am so excited to share with you all this game I've been playing. I'm so excited for our first YouTube video, so let's kick things off. But before we get into this video will contain spoilers for the first area of the Pathless, and if you'd like to remain spoiler free, please feel free to stop watching this video, and thanks for checking it out. So, this is the Pathless, published by Annapurna from Giant Squid Studio, who is also the creator of the game Abzu. This is a PS5 and Apple Arcade exclusive, and I do have a PS5, but I'm playing this on my phone with a Backbone controller. If you're interested, I did give a review of the Backbone controller in our podcast episode number 31. Both Brandon and myself also covered Apple Arcade, and at the time, I said this was probably the best game on Apple Arcade, and we were both kind of underwhelmed with the game library. However, since then I have played more of the Pathless, and they have released more games on Apple Arcade. Honestly, with Apple Arcade adding more and more games, and myself playing more of them, my personal opinion about Apple Arcade has shifted. And we're actually going to talk a little bit more about that in our episode 34. Originally, this was one of the first games I wanted to play for the PlayStation 5. However, after playing this on Apple Arcade, I'm so happy I didn't. And honestly, I think this game is actually a better fit for Apple Arcade than PlayStation 5. But if you already have it on PS5, don't feel bad. These developers are dope and a really cool indie studio that deserves your support. Actually, on July 29th of 2021, Annapurna announced that this is going to be coming to Steam on November 16th of 2021. So it's a PS5 and Apple Arcade exclusive until November 16th of 2021. So in this game, you're trying to save the world from the Godslayer, who has corrupted the world. The eagle that you see here is the mother, and she allowed herself to be corrupted by the Godslayer to save you. And even though she lost her ethereal power, she's still trying to help you free the world. She has tasked you with freeing her children from the corruption and enslavement of the Godslayer. And as you can imagine and see, it's a pretty dark world, but it's extremely rich with lore, and just a tad bit of lore that I discovered is that all the bodies around the world are actually fallen Pathless who died in the conflict between the Godslayer, the Pathless, and the gods of the realm. Very early in this game, it's revealed that you are the last Pathless, and you become the last Pathless when you don the headpiece you are wearing, which allows you to phase or to see hidden paths. And I'm pretty sure that the Pathless is actually your tribe, and it's also a nod to how there is no path. Honestly, it's a pretty cool story that's pretty fleshed out, and if you've liked what you've seen, it's kind of out of context, so you'll probably love it. Let's talk about the gameplay. As you can see, this game is all about movement and exploration. As you probably know, I'm a sucker for games that have a bow, which when I saw this had a bow, I was all in. However, this is a totally new take on a bow, and it's not designed for combat at all. It's all about movement. The bar at the bottom of the screen is actually your stamina bar, and that's how you do all your actions. The movement is really cool and really fun, and honestly, paired with the music and sound design, it just feels so satisfying to shoot the bow and zip around the world. It's crazy how dimensional the movement is. You also have this vertical jump ability and the ability to glide with the eagle. All of these movement abilities aid the second key aspect of the game, which is exploration. I'm a person that loves to explore in games, and I'm keeping this as streamlined as possible so that if you watch this video, there's still plenty left to explore. When you use your ability to phase, the screen changes color, and this ability reveals more of the world. This is a great tool for exploration. This ability is actually a fairly common gameplay mechanic, and the ability has been seen in a lot of different games, including the new Tomb Raider games, which I really enjoy. Basically, every area has a couple of towers, and you have to find a token to activate the tower, and that's how you progress. This area has 3 towers and 3 tokens. The big black and red dome is the domain of the mother's corrupted child, and you are trying to free them from their influence of the Godslayer. Eventually, this child will become the boss fight for this area, and it's a very cool boss fight, because there's no combat in this game, and there's no health. It's just your stamina bar. Honestly, this game has a very unique and in-depth setting that has some pretty cool puzzles, and doesn't handhold you at all. It actually took me longer than expected to solve the puzzles I did solve, and from what I have seen, it has movement puzzles and sequential puzzles. meaning there are puzzles you have to solve via movement in a time frame, or puzzles where you have to complete actions sequentially. And really quick, the music and sound design in this game really work for me. Just the vibe just aids the exploration, and it's also kind of creepy. You should be able to hear the music and sounds underneath my voice, so you can hear it for yourself. I'm going to speed up the rest of this gameplay to 300 times what it's playing at right now, so you can see the rest of this area. And honestly, with the sound design, it sounds pretty cool. And towards the end of this video, there is a boss fight, and seeing what that's like in a game where there's no combat or no health is really fun, and honestly, a new and refreshing experience for me. So I hope you enjoy watching it. Thank you all so much for watching. We are so excited for this next phase of the Sticky Buttons universe. We are so excited to share this with you all. Please like this video, subscribe to us on YouTube, follow us on Instagram, and please also support us on Patreon if you are able. You can support us for as little as $1 a month, and that really helps us out. If you become a patron, you'll get access to our Patreon exclusive bonus episodes, and this month we're talking about Season 1 of Loki. You can continue to find us on all major podcasting platforms, where we post every other week, and on the off weeks, either Brandon or myself will be streaming or posting to YouTube. Again, thank you so much for watching, and until next time.